week of weird. It's St. Patty's Day. I forgot to wear green. Please don't pinch me. I guess my shoes are green. But anyway, gotta go get groceries before I can get to reading a little something today. So let's get this week started. Hi. I'm not sure how much of a vlog this actually is because, well, it's already Wednesday and I haven't even checked in. Let's open some mail, talk about some books. Week of Weird is going great for me so far. I'm having a really great time with what I've been reading. I finished some really good stuff so far. And we've had some really good participation this time around. The Discord kind of blowing up with folks reading stuff and all that good stuff. So it's been fun. So I'm opening up some K-pop mail. And this has got me excited. Okay, so when you order, usually when you get photo cards, when you're ordering just from like someone else, like say Macari or something, someone like a person sending you something, not like a company or whatever, they usually package it super cute like this. Look at the cute washi tape. Look at the Pusheen sticker. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cute washi. We've got an album that's been torn up and made to be the envelope. We love to see that. I've got my cards packaged in this. They are wrapped up in this as well. And I'm so glad these showed up, like I was saying, because I thought this stuff got lost in the mail. So I found a really cheap just set of Yeosang's, this set, what do you call it? Yay, I'm so excited. This is from their album, which is a couple of albums ago. And they usually send lots of little freebies, little stickers and things. Oh my god, there's a Yeosang sticker in here. Shut up. Shut up. Look at this Yeosang sticker. There's two of them. Oh, one of these things that are from the album. And then more, again, you know, so you buy stuff from the albums and you get things. And some cute little ATs, little freebie stuff. Yay, that's exciting. I'm so glad they showed up. Okay, we were getting a little nervous. You know, that stuff, my stuff was lost in the mail. And then I got a second one. We'll open that real quick and then we'll talk about books. So the thing with photo cards, once upon a time I said, I'm really more of an album collector over a photo card collector when it comes to K-pop. Insert, you know, clown face right here, because I've decided to collect some photo cards for some of my ultimate, for some of my more like ultimate folks that I like, groups that I like. One of which being Yeosang, who is my bias from the group ATEEZ. The next of which is Taeyong from NCT, but I've decided to collect a lot of his solo album stuff. So he has 2 solo albums out. One he just released in February. It's amazing. He's going to the military soon, so I have a sad. So I decided to collect his solo album stuff. So this is from his newest album, Tap, just one of the album cards. So yay, that's exciting. And it looks like I got a little cute little Yeonyoung freebie. Let's see, how cute is this? So people make little business cards out of little K-pop stuff too. And it looks like it's Yeonyoung. It's so cute. Okay, anyway, so happy photo card mail. I'm excited to collect some of my favorite artists, you know, in my little... Anyway, okay. Books. I've read Elogona by Samantha Kolesnik. This was really great. This was really fantastic. I just got this more recently. This is from Weird Punk Books. Highly recommend Weird Punk Books in general. I'm a member of their they call it the Sub Club, where you kind of pay a rate for the year, and that gets you everything that they publish, and you get like a t-shirt every year. We get like this zine that they put out, and you just are kind of helping to support an indie publisher, which really puts out good stuff like this. So Elogona is a sort of post-apocalyptic kind of thing. It seems like some kind of, what do you call it? Climate, something has happened with the climate, right? The world has gone to shit, right? And so a lot of people have made their way to this island, and they're kind of, surviving there, essentially. But what has happened is, also, I think in the wake of this climate thing, is this thing called Elogona has arisen from the depths of the earth, from the ocean, and also is devouring people out in the ocean. So there's on this island, it's kind of like two sects of people that have kind of formed, some of which are still kind of, following these, sects of more the sects. So some of the groups are kind of still following the sort of what rules, traditions, or whatever of Christianity, more evangelical leaning, I would say. So strict and stuff. Patriarchy, men are kind of running the thing. There's just one like real asshole who's kind of like making up the rules as he goes along to fit his need. You know what I mean? And he has devised this thing where they sort of sacrifice a maiden to Elogona every year, so that the monster won't continue to like just kill people, because they still are trying to like fish and things like that to try to find things to eat. Food is pretty scarce. And then there's also this kind of group that has started to kind of worship Elogona in itself. So I mean, they kind of are side by side, but different thing. Anyway, so our main character is sort of a young woman who's on this island trying to survive, and she. Verna is her name, and she's pretty great, but she's kind of an outsider in this group because she doesn't fall in line, essentially. And lo and behold, she's a gay woman. How dare she? Again, I'd like to remind you that some of these groups are following real terrible evangelical Christian ways at this point, because that just sounds like a really great idea. Gotta love it. Anyway, so there's another kind of refugee, if you will, that has come onto the island, and she and Verna, kind of sparking up a little thing, and they like each other, but that's not gonna happen. Things happen, stuff goes awry. I don't know. It just was really interesting, and as they're figuring out kind of how to get themselves out of a situation. Without spoiling too much, and I don't know, it was really great. I just thought it was fantastic. Samantha Kolesnik, is a great writer, and I'm so glad that she's writing again. There was a time where she was like, I think was going to quit the biz and all this stuff because of some things that happened like in her personal life. So I'm glad she is back writing and gave us this fantastic story. I thought it was fantastic. It's just a little novella. I don't know. It was great. I really liked it a lot. It does fall under YA when you look at the categories. But I didn't really see anything too overly, it didn't put me off, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There was a little romance between Verna and, what's the other girl's name? I'm so terrible at, anybody else just awful at names. And her name's not listed here. Anyway. Audrey. No. Yeah, Audrey. So Audrey's the blonde. I'm rambling. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I just really enjoyed it. So I would highly recommend it. It was pretty great. Elogona, Samantha Kolesnik. This will fulfill, of course, the woman author, and there is a queer relationship in here, so you could use that for the LGBTQ prompt. Even though I think our prompt said LGBTQ author, but I would say if it's got LGBTQ characters, I think that kind of counts too. I also finished Shark Heart: A Love Story by Emily Habeck. And I really like this. This was actually quite lovely, and that yes, it was very strange, but yeah, also very kind of sweet too. Let's talk about it a little bit. So, our main characters are these this couple. They seem kind of like an odd couple, Lewis and Wren, and they seem kind of like I said, an odd couple, but they love each other, and it's very established here that they fell in love right away, you know, and they just love each other very much. And so they get married like you do, right? And then not too long after they get married, Lewis discovers, you know, he's not, you know, something starts happening, and he discovers that he has a genetic mutation, and this genetic mutation will slowly turn him into a great white shark. And actually, not slowly. It happens actually quite quickly. And in this world, I guess this is a thing. So there are, you know, excuse me, genetic people, whatever, something in genetics, you know, that people will slowly turn into all kinds of different animals. And excuse me. And so, you know, this is what's happening to Lewis. And so it's how, you know, that affects their relationship, how Lewis changes, and things like that. And as we learn, you know, a bit of a backstory about, you know, Wren and her mother in particular, her relationship with her mother, Lewis, and you know, kind of his kind of dreams. He wanted to be an actor at some point. You know how those dreams kind of fall away at some point. And he was like a high school theater teacher. Anyway, but you know what it was. You know, this wasn't dark, or you know, it was very strange in that people turned into animals, but it wasn't. It's not a dark type of story. It is actually quite wonderful. There's some sadness in here, of course, because of course with Lewis, who's actually turning into the shark, his loss. I mean, literally loss of humanity, right? Like he's going to be a human anymore at some point, and you have to come to terms with that and face that fact. You know, so he's dealing with this actual physical change of himself, and then of course he's gonna lose, you know, Wren at the end of it, because you can't like live with a shark, right? And then Wren, of course, losing the love of her life, and what that means for her, and I mean, there's a lot going on here. It's very emotional, very, you know, like I said, very just sort of tender and sweet at times, because their relationship's really lovely. Very sad at times, you know, because there is that loss here. And it was just really good. I don't know. It was just really fantastic. It was written it's written kind of, you know, strangely, you know, or unconventionally, I'll say. Sometimes just like, you know, a few lines on a page. Sometimes it's like set up like a play. Probably can't find anything because I'm trying to find something. So some of the chapters will be, like I said, like a play. And, I'm not gonna be able to find it, of course. But anyway, so here we go. Here's one. So it says scene, and then I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, I don't know. I thought it was quite wonderful and really well written. The characters were so great, and yeah. So this is a debut by Emily. So I would definitely keep an eye out on what she's going to come out with next, because I'm very interested. This was just fairly unique, but really, yeah, like I said, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I did also read a story out of The Weird, the big anthology of The Weird. I read Shredni Vashta by Saki. So let's see. This one is, what's the year of this one? The year's not actually on the thing. So this was actually really good. I had a really good time with this one. This is from 1910, so definitely qualifies for old weird. So Saki was a pen name of English writer Hector Hugh Monroe, whose career was sadly shortcut when he had died in World War I. He wrote plays, histories, and parodies, but he specialized in writing outrageous and macabre stories that often skewered Edwardian society. So this one, it says Shredni Vashta, with its hint of the weird peeking through, is one of Saki's more subtle and enigmatic tales. So this is pretty great. We're following this kid who's 10 years old, and he lives with a guardian. I'm not sure his parents, parents aren't living, I guess. Anyway, so he's living with this guardian who's like a cousin or something. And he's just been given a diagnosis of he's going to die in like 5 years. And I'm not sure from what, but yeah. And so he's living with his aunt and yada, yada, yada. And his aunt's kind of stuffy, rule follower, that kind of thing, right? Doesn't like want him to actually be a kid, that kind of thing. So, but whatever. So he kind of escapes the house the best he can with this little shed that they've got out back. Now, in the shed out back, he's got a hen that he's got out there that he kind of takes care of, and this ferret, which he names Shredni Vashta. And he starts sort of worshiping and turning this little ferret into a god and performing rituals and things like that. And what he wants is to be let free of his situation with this crazy woman, I guess. And so the story goes from there. I won't tell you how it ends, but honestly, it was pretty great. I really like this. I love this idea of this kid just like, just doing these rituals for this ferret. I can imagine this ferret in this little like hutch with, I don't know, with like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not rituals. What's the word? Things being left for it and things like that. You know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know the word I'm looking for. Oh my gosh. Anyway. So yeah, that was really good. I really enjoyed that story. I don't know what I'm going to get into next. I need to, maybe another story from the Weird. I ain't too sure, but I'm excited. I'm having a good week of Weird so far. And so it's about 6 o'clock. I will get into, figure something out for dinner. We got Weird Movie Club tonight with Andrew over at Came From The Pages Patreon. Hopefully, I'm definitely going to try to tune in for that. Yeah, so I'll check in later. Hopefully this wasn't too rambly. Okay, bye. If your counter doesn't look like this by the end of the week, I mean, are you even a parent?
Jimmy Levy. She's assisted by Bill Moore, Ray McCool, and Aurora Courtney, North Carolina, Georgia. Officials for the game's back.
Let's do a quick little wrap up of the week of Weird. Yes, because it's over and done with. Today is actually Monday. I've just gotten back from a concert. So I just a little late in getting this little vlog kind of tied up and wrapped up and ready to go. So I'll kind of do a recap of what all I got into this week. I read Shark Heart and by Emily Habeck. Really enjoyed this. And of course, it's very strange, but also kind of lovely. Looks into relationships and things. I really enjoyed that. I read Elogona by Samantha Kolesnik, and kind of post-apocalyptic kind of setting where something has awoken in the deep, and people having to deal with life as it is now. And again, very strange, it was really great. It was very good. And I read a short story from the big compendium of the Weird. I read Shredni Vashta by Saki. A really fantastic story. Really enjoyed that one. I was hoping to maybe get to another story in here, but I didn't. Time. I did read Eric LaRocca's They Were Here Before Us. This is essentially a collection of short stories that I really liked. Really love this cover. See how it wraps around. So the handful of stories in the beginning were from the perspective of animals, and it was very interesting. One was like a beetle that was like taking up a home inside this dead woman's body. There was a bird who had built a nest and kind of on top of a scarecrow, dealing with a mean kid. What else was it? can't think of anything now. Anyway, so that, I don't know, it was very interesting. So yeah, I overall really enjoyed this little collection. If you like Eric LaRocca's writing, I think you'll like it. You know, I know he's kind of hit or miss with people, but I really enjoy the way that he writes, and he's not afraid to kind of get gross and dirty, and I just appreciate that. So definitely would recommend this, you know, if you are trying to get through some LaRocca things. It does say it's a novella in pieces, but this is a short story collection. The only thing I couldn't really place anything that tied the stories together necessarily, other than, you know, bits of love and relationships. Sometimes they were a little bit dark, but yeah. Maybe that's the thread, I don't know, but I appreciated it and I enjoyed it, so yay. And so that's kind of the week. Yeah, I had a really good time, and I think a lot of folks joined us in again this time around. So if you joined us, I really appreciate it. And you know, if we like it, we'll keep going. We've been doing this a couple times a year, so we'll think about bringing it back towards the end of the year if you guys want, or we can just do it once a year. March always seems to be a good year for it, or a good time of year for it. Yeah, we'll talk about it on further down the road, but I certainly had a good time for this week of Weird. So again, thanks to all who joined us. Thanks to Jason, of course, for always being a great co-host, and yeah, all that good stuff. So I think I'll end it here a bit awkwardly, but I'm tired, so we're just gonna end it here. And again, thanks for watching, and thanks for getting weird with us. All right, okay. Bye.